talented. But folks, we're about to get this game underway. Our first map of COD Champs 2018 is gonna be Heretics versus Epsilon. I'm ready for it. It's gonna be a good one, folks.
For sure, getting things kicked off here. Heretics, we didn't really talk too much about them. These guys coming all the way from Spain, playing in that Super League over there in LVP. We also see them come over here once a month for our CWL Open events. These guys are placing all around the top 24, top 20 area.
Yep.
What's crazy is that Epsilon is also placing around the same way despite coming through from that Pro League. The last time these guys matched up, Blaze, Heretics was knocking Epsilon out of the tournament.
So, you know, and one thing also that we can kind of take from this as well, you think about, I think it was the Seattle event where Heretics kind of made it to pool play, and you saw Lucky just really going off and making a statement and putting his name out there a little bit more. And these guys, they've had plenty of time to practice. You know, it's a lot of talented teams over there in the European region. So we'll see. Let's see what, you know, type of progress they've made since then. But also on the flip side, Epsilon coming off a devastating stage 2 performance. You know, I think it was like, what? They got one win the entire tournament.
Against Team Envious, right.
Exactly. So we'll see if they was able to go back to the drawing board. We kind of saw, you know, Hockey and, of course, Reedy always making those plays as well. You see him on the leaderboard. You know, he's 5 kills in a row, and he's going to fall from that one. On board with Vortex. He's going to be able to take one down as well. Looking to get another one. Can't get it, though.
So, flawless start from Epsilon so far in the closing moments of this Hardpoint. Expect that to remain the same, but take a look at the rotation. You see those orange arrows up there? Hugging that corner, waiting for Epsilon to approach. They're already set up. Epsilon spawning up pretty far towards smokestacks, so they should get a little bit of time on the board before this next wave of engagements. Davey, the closest one to the action, already getting tagged up.
Yes, he is. And you see, we're going to be on board with Hockey. He's going to be getting some shots in. You see off the first rotation, Epsilon getting that a good sizable lead early on. Now the rotation towards Operations Bunker. Currently Heretics set up, but that's going to be 3 kills going in favor of Heretics once again to continue to lock down this setup, Fox. You see the spawns up the top of the map coming in for Epsilon. Can they break through? They got all the help that they need. They're going to get 2 kills in their favor, but Epsilon pushes through, trades out Vortex. He finds a double as well. Sukri, he gets one off the flank. He can't get the second one. So the rest of the scrap time should go in favor of Epsilon.
Came down to that pinch. You saw Epsilon sending players around the back and also in the front, applying pressure from both sides, squeezing Heretics out of that hill. So forced them to spawn on the opposite side of the map. However, they will have a little bit of advantage. They do get that little bit of extra time to set up for the initial time on this hill, just like we saw on Hill 2. So can Epsilon break through with another pinch? Reedy's setting up to get it all primed and ready.
There you go. That's going to be Reedy's first kill in a while after going on that 5-0 spree. And he's going to fall there. 3 kills going in favor in quick succession to Heretics. They got the hill locked down currently in storage bunker. They're picking up some good time to cut down that deficit on the lead. And they're going to find one more, find 2 more. But here's Dave trying to break through, but Journey, he was waiting for him. And good nades coming out as well. So we're going to have 30 points left in this hill. It still should be contested a little bit. But at the same time, Epsilon got to say, hey, you know what? Do we want to start rotating for this next setup and kind of play the long game and make sure we get players in position? You see number 2 and 3 spotting at the top of the map, but they're just going to keep getting aggressive on the storage bunker.
Oh, absolutely. For Epsilon, it's time to go. I mean, these players that are this close, they might as well push through and try and take that scrap time, but they were all staggered. We saw, I believe it was Sukri pushing out, just separating them even more. They're going to get the scrap time, but now it's time to go. Reedy's already in position. STG lined up, still taken down. His head ripped off his shoulders as Lucky gets the better of him. Journey still alive around the action. Let's see if he can actually give us our first lead switch in this game.
Yeah, and you know, if we can get it, you know, it's definitely going to just add to this exciting matchup, folks. And you're going to see as the score, 80-72, cutting down that deficit. You take a look, that's going to be 2 kills in a row for Epsilon. But still, nobody's in this hill. There's still a lot of time in it. Now, Heretics, they're going to make their way inside the hill. You take a look at the mini-map. All the spawns coming in from the top side of Epsilon. They're being patient, waiting for all players to group up, and they're going to try to break into this office at the same time.
This is the kind of patience you need. Reedy knows he can't turn that corner. He gets a little bit of support, so Vortex actually gets the better end of the deal. He finds a triple kill from Reedy's patience. Awesome teamwork, a well-coordinated play from Epsilon, and they're rewarded with some hill time. Taking that lead right back out of the fingertips from Heretics. They're also pushing their spawn out way on the opposite side of the map.
They got the early rotation too, and that's a big double back journey to keep Epsilon back. Dave, he's going to back up, waiting for the rest of the unit to regroup with him. But they got that early rotation going over towards smokestacks. A nice setup. You got some players watching in towards that top street on the top side of the map. So that's Lucky watching the flank journey. A little bit closer in, looking to get some shots in. He's going to choose to back down. working towards the front, trying to see where these players coming from. A few about to push through ventilation room. But still, all this time so far going in way of Heretics.
Yeah, them getting spawned out over there towards the new hill ended up working out pretty well for them. This entire first 30 seconds is going straight into their back pocket. Epsilon getting mowed down around the corner all through one doorway. Easy points for Sukri.
If it's one thing I will say, that Reedy got off to that hot start at, at 5-1, right? Ever since then, he's what, 4-15, and so they're gonna need Reed to kind of step it up. Also on the flip side, Dave, he's 8-15 as well. But the lead, it's not out of grasp just yet, and we know how quickly hard points can turn around. So both these players need to kind of snap out of it, because this first match, it's a big test for Epsilon to see how much improvements they've made since the end of stage 2.
Oh, for sure. You want that good first impression. You want them coming into COD Champs confident. This is $1.5 million on the line. This second rotation hill, you bet they're still thinking about it. Only down by about 30 seconds. Let's see if they can turn things around.
Now, Reedy, he finds one, but he falls to Methods. Dave is going to be able to take down Methods, but barely lives, and he falls as well. So, in the hill, 30 seconds left. Epsilon, they're trading out these kills. They're in some good positions as well. Back and forth. They understand all the angles in which Heretics is trying to break through this hill. And now you got to look at this clock and think about this early rotation. The number 7 is going to be Lucky. He's going to be in a fight against Reedy, possibly for control over the next rotation. In the spawns coming in on the top side of the map for Epsilon. This is going to be good for him. Lucky's going to have to be patient, and 3 quick kills in succession for Heretics. They should be able to get control.
And we saw how well Epsilon were able to pinch this hill out last time. Take a look at your minimap. Player number 4, Vortex, hiding in the corner, still upsetting spawns. If someone falls, they're spawning way far out. Number 7, Lucky, way on the opposite side of the map. His team's soon to follow. This is exactly where Epsilon wants to be right now, and now it's time to apply the pressure. Push out, keep them on their backs, and they're always on respawn.
Also, that's what you want to see out of Reedy, right? 3 quick kills. He's going to be on a 3 streak, but you need to see Reedy start to heat up in this matchup. And now, folks, we're about to have our second lead change of the game, and Epsilon takes control over this one once again. Number 5, though, is looking like Methods trying to come in and approach this flank, and he will win that gunfight, but they pick up on him quick, and Heretics, they break in through the side, but players, Methods falls, Journey falls as well. Epsilon still with control of top hill, but also you got 20 points left in it. Now the rotation's coming in towards bottom map, towards school. We'll see if they can break in.
I'm a bit curious as to see Dave's score sheet progress. Just like that, he died. But he got 3 kills, and 2 of them at least were inside the hill. So I was curious to see if he got some points there. But coming into the rotation again, we're seeing Heretics get the initial time. No one from Epsilon is home, way on the opposite side of the map. This is a journey to get across. They got to set up that pinch, and it won't be easy. Heretics is ready and waiting for it, just like last time, Blaze.
All right, now Method's going to put himself in position. You're going to start to see these players group up. Vortex off the flank. He get a few good key shots in. Going to call out a player weak, but now Lucky. He's trying to be annoying, trying to stop these players from getting close towards the storage bunker, and they're going to find 2 quick kills. Hawkey and Dave, they're able to connect with something, but the rest of the players, the rest of the team from Epsilon, they spawn out just a little bit, but they're right back in the mix, Fox. Let's see. You see 25 points left in this hill, about to have our fourth lead change in the game.
What's tough for Epsilon, though, is they still have to keep pushing into this hill, but the Heretics players are spawning up right next to it. Journey got taken down, hopped right back into the action, was able to take Dave down in the same wave of engagement. So you see that entire hill going to Team Heretics. That push from Epsilon was just so predictable and easy to read. The players in hill were able to watch short angles and just take them down with no problem. So now we're going towards the top left corner of your mini-map there. You see Heretics. Once again, that hill is orange.
You know, for Heretics, you know, Sukri was just positive 10, and he's been getting a lot of work done. A lot of some streaks coming out, and he got that glide bomb in his back pocket. You see he's working a little bit towards that fighter pilot and that artillery strike, and he's still alive as well on that 6th streak. Hasn't died yet, still trying to play his life. I'm looking on towards that kill feed to see if he can be able to. There you go. He gets the one that he needs and barely gets the final 2 streaks, his tier 2, his tier 3. And in the late game, Fox, that's going to be huge, especially with Heretics just needed 20 more points to close out map number 1.
Yes, 20 seconds separating Heretics from closing this game out. You bet they can buy that time with the score streaks they earned. It looks like they actually are quite able to finish it right here, but they need to hold the rest of this hill off perfectly. Journey, the first line of defense. 2 Epsilon players around the corner. They won't even get to him.
Oh, boy, they can't even do it, folks. You see it, they're slanting. You probably can hear them yelling through our mics, folks, but Heretics, they strike first in map number 1.
Woo! Heretics, awesome control for them. getting that initial time in the hill, reading those Epsilon pushes, and really, when you're Epsilon, it's so hard to play from that disadvantage when you're constantly spawning up, running across the map into players that know where you're coming from. It's a 3-lane map. They're prepared for it, and it looks like it in the scoreboard.
No, it really did. And you take a look at Heretics, and, you know, their rotations were key. They had some very, very solid breaks. Epsilon, off the first hill, they got a good early lead starting off. But once Heretics, they found a flow. They kind of shut down Reedy. They shut down Dave. And at that point, Sukari started to heat up. And once he got those streaks, it was pretty much over from there.
Oh, yeah. It almost felt like it was over getting up to that point, right? That was just the nail in the coffin. Yeah. These guys just held it down. I mean, there were a couple lead switches. It was definitely close. It wasn't any sort of a blowout, but it just seemed like Heretics was in constant control. And that scoreboard, it was really just the early game that made it look that way.
It really was. And but in this one, you know, so you kind of take a look at that's the first map that Epsilon has played on land since their performance in the stage 2. But you kind of look at it, it's just like, all right, well, it was a close one. It's still, this series is still close. Anything can happen, folks. It's just map number 1. But the S&D is going to tell a lot about this story. Now, Fox, when we don't know what the S&D map is just yet, but based off performances, who do you think is the better S&D team between these two?
So my thing is that it seems like Epsilon would theoretically get the much better S&D practice, right? Coming out of the pro league, these guys get their reps in with the heavyweights, right? They're in the same group as teams like Red Reserve, Team Caliber. Even if they're, you know, losing most of these matchups, it's still, when you're getting beaten by someone that strong and that much better than you, you learn things. You start to pick things up. You start to realize, what are we doing wrong? And these same advantages you can use against teams that might be unprepared, like Heretics.
Yeah, and you know, that was one thing too. Once pretty much Epsilon was mathematically unable to qualify for the playoffs in stage 2, at that point, when you're playing against, you know, 7 of the best teams in the world, that's where you got to kind of start, you know, making the switches and making the adjustments from how you started off the playoffs, right? And make those key changes in your unit. So they had the reps and they got the good practice. But off the flip side, if you kind of think of the mentality of Heretics, because they're also from the European region as well, and, you know, they came up just short of kind of making it into the stage 2, but they see how awful Epsilon has done. You would think that they say, you know what, we can definitely take these guys. You know, we should have been in their spot. We should have been in stage 2, you know. Of course, shoulda, coulda, woulda, but Heretics should. And you kind of saw in that matchup that they got a lot of confidence. Even though Epsilon was in a pro league, Heretics got a lot of confidence against them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and Heretics probably just like, let's just knock them out again, right? This will not be their first time if they're able to surpass Epsilon. Epsilon, though, I think the big thing for them, I really feel like just knowing Reedy, and now speaking to him a couple times in the past, I think the big thing for him is going to be making it to the venue, making it to that nationwide arena. I think that he's really going to feel like I'm outside. I'm not in the pro league anymore. You know, I'm not worried about my 1-14 finish. You know, we're in an entirely new area. This is champs. This is the biggest tournament of the year, the biggest stage. Lots of money to be made, and this could also set the tone for your next year too. Lots of stuff to think about. So taking a look at our group on screen here, Blaze, we got, of course, our matchup, Epsilon and Heretics, right there in the middle.
Yeah, and you know what? So looking at this group first, right? I say, you know what? The matchup in this lineup that I'm most curious of seeing would be Heretics versus Lightning Pandas. Right? Because based off of Epsilon's previous performance, you know, in my predictions, I'm like, all right, well, you know, these are the two teams who's probably going to end up battling out for second. But it's just map 1, and Epsilon, they still got a lot that I want to see. I want to see that improvement.
There's some rough edges.
It really is. But you think about it, this is the must-win matchup for them. It is going to be Heretics because, of course, Lightning Panda is going to be a little bit more difficult. And, of course, your Stage 2 champions in Team Caliber, you know that the odds are going to be heavily stacked against you in that one just based off of how well of a team that they are. So, Epsilon, you know, hey, we're about to enter this S&D soon, but I want to see something out of these guys. I want to see Reedy get back into full pro league form and just start frying these kids.
Oh, for sure. For the sake of a good show, I'd love to see Epsilon really turn things around. Like I said before, 3 of these 4 players were the ones that came through on Fab Esports back in Black Ops 3, surprising everyone, placing top 4, taking down some pretty tough teams on the way as well. They even beat Splice at one point in that exact same tournament. For then Splice to knock them out later on in the event, but still, awesome set of the guys. Newest pickup of Reedy. Looking forward to see what they can do this weekend.
All right, folks, we're about to enter map number 2. We're going to London Docks, Search and Destroy. It's Heretics versus Epsilon. I'm Guy Blaze, joined with my man Fox, back on the broadcast, about to get this one underway. Heretics leading this series 1-0. We'll see if Epsilon can tie it up 1-1. And who's going to be your key player on both these teams that you want to see star performance out of?
See, for Epsilon, I really want to see Dave step it up. That Hardpoint was real hard to watch. He had an awful start, and I think that if he started with what we know he's capable of, they could have taken that Hardpoint. It was very close, lots of lead changes as we saw. But on the side of Team Heretics, that's the team that we're looking through right now. I'm looking to see some damage being done by Sukri, actually.
Yeah, and you're going to see two players from Epsilon falling quickly. And now bomb's going to be planted. Hawkey trying to break it. That's going to be a good nade. He's going to tag him. Should be able to. Oh, yeah, he did get the kill. Okay. And so now Hawkey, he's going to move on over. Oh, can he get the kill? Oh, the trade's trying to come through. Can Methods get it? Yes, he does. Hops out.
Switch. Yep, right there,
good
outnumbered.
timing.
Not a whole lot that Hawkey can do right there. Methods and the rest of his team here. Playing very well around it, of course, that man advantage.
So you're going to see Heretics, they get on the board first. Let's see. That was going to be the offensive round for Heretics. We'll see what Epsilon wants to do in their offensive round, which bomb site they want to prioritize, if they want to hit B, if they want to hit A. Very, very curious so far. So we'll see who's going to grab the bomb off the rip. And okay, it looks like all 4 members prioritizing B bomb site. And they're going to only have one person in this area to have to deal with. It's going to be Methods. But Methods is going to be able to line one up, even the odds. Now the pressure's coming through mid-gate. But they're going to end up pushing through.
Looks like all the pressure's coming from mid-gate. No one decided to go around. 2 players fall, shooting down the same angle. And now it looks like they're going to walk through a smoke. They make it happen, though. Awesome snipe coming in from Sukri. And now we see player 3 Sukri trying to wrap around Lucky. Another player falling on gate. Really, Epsilon just has to look that way, and they can find all 4 of these kills.
I like the nade. He gets the intel, knows that Vortex is going to be towards the right. Oh, gonna catch him. Oh, no.
No.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say. Sukri.
Sukri starting
You
things
better
off
stop.
right.
You better stop.
I gotta say that
This
round.
is how you gonna start your champs off? Just making plays. Okay.
Slow it down, man. It's like, I was gonna say it's like 9 a.m., but it's definitely 12:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah, right. I felt like he was so surprised after the taking the guy off the top cover on the gate, and where he was like, "Oh, okay, well, hold up, I could almost win this one," but he's gonna fall in that one. So Epsilon do tie it 1-1, and now it looks like Heretics, they're going to be prioritizing this B bomb site. Now, do you feel like, at least within the earlier rounds, that at least you want to attempt to play both bomb sites early to try to at least see what your opponents want to do?
I think it entirely depends on how you're feeling about your executes. You want to see where they're setting up on their defenses, where their stuns and smokes are going. Just go to the site that you're most comfortable with. You can see right here.
Speaking of executions, you're going to see Heretics come out and execute that round before you can even finish your thought. But continue.
Oh yeah, they closed it out real quick. As soon as they got to that site, they didn't even have to go and plant.
Yeah.
They were able to wipe everyone out on mid-map and just their first wave, like their first early interactions in the round. It closed out pretty quickly. But yeah, basically just play with what you're comfortable at until you get a feel to what the defense looks like.
And to give you guys a little insight at home too as well, because you got to understand that this is the 32 best teams in the world, $1.5 million prize pool on the line, and the pressure of being in this position is insane, right? You have to get on these stages and have to perform. And as a former competitor myself, I can't tell you, having the first match of the day, which is an important one as well, being first is also, it's a lot of pressure on your shoulders to come out and perform. But we'll see in this one. First blood going towards Heretics in this round. Bomb site prioritized is going to be the A bomb site for Epsilon. They will get bomb in. They will spot Lucky as well. 3v3 situation after Vortex trading off on that kill, and Reedy finds Lucky.
Reedy was hugging that corner for so long. He got one kill out of that play. A little bit of information for his team as well. He should be able to talk about the other players' middle map. But Vortex and Dave do not seem ready for this one. Doesn't seem like they're sure of what they want to do here with the bomb. Waiting for Dave to get a pick. Might pay off, though. Currently in a 2 versus 1 situation. If Methods pushes this, he should die.
I think he spotted both. Yep, getting a better angle. Can't get that one. And Epsilon, they get another one on the board, slaying out all members of Heretics. Epsilon, this is going to be a must-win map for them. At least try to tie the series up going into the CTF. This is one that they need.
Yeah, so we saw in that last round, just keep in mind the smoke grenade that was tossed down by Epsilon to let them cross over towards the B site, and they played it very carefully and quietly. Reedy hugged that corner for at least 30 seconds, found one kill from it, and got a bit of information outside of that. And now we're all tied up at 2-2.
All right, let's see. Sukri is going to have snipe in hand. Once again, we saw a few of the nasty plays that he made early on with it. Let's see if he can get a first blood. He does not, but he does spot Dave. A stun does come out. The call out goes towards the water stairs. It was a player over there for Epsilon. I thought they was going to try to get the pinch on Sukri, but Dave finds a miraculous nade kill on Methods, so Bomb's going to be down. Now Sukri is just going to put himself in position to watch this lower docks.
That could have been a very good moment for Heretics in that opening round right there. There were 3 Heretics players going over towards the A site, 3 Epsilon players sitting more towards middle map and B. Of course, we had Dave on mid.
This is good. So they see the bomb spotted down, right?
Right.
So they have a player with eyes on it, but now Sukri is going to be able to sneak that bomb out. And I think at this point, Epsilon say, hey, you know what? Just stay safe. They're going to have sniper in hand. They're going to get desperate towards the end of this round. Just be as patient as possible. They will show themselves. Just put yourself in a good prime position, and let's see if the strategy works out for Epsilon.
So Journey taking point. He should be able to hop in, get this trade, take down Hockey.
And Dave gets the long-range kill on Lucky as well, but the bomb will be planted with 18 seconds left in this one, and Epsilon having a man advantage. 43 seconds left on the clock now. They spot Reedy, and they're going to work together to get that kill. Even the eyes, 2v2, but the flank. Vortex finds 1.
Ooh.
Vortex finds 2. And Epsilon goes up in this S&D.
He had that play mapped out in his head before it even happened. Double kill from Vortex is going to close out the round with 4 kills in a row and the defuse. Take a look at that meter in the bottom right corner. You're going to see those score streaks lighten up soon if Vortex has anything to say about it.
And he had another teammate who was, I want to say, a little bit past halfway on his score streak. So this is going to be a very, very important round for Epsilon. Maybe you give Vortex that bomb and possibly hit a quick plant towards the A side to get him those extra points needed. We'll see what they decide to do.
He's running hunker. He could definitely get that bomb down safely if he's got enough support. Last time we saw so many players from Heretics hovering over towards middle map. I wonder if we see a smoke grenade come out or if we see some more players sort of watching that choke point.
You have to be patient with this one because, yeah, you got to look at those score streaks. Just back out. They get the call out. So now he's panicking. He gets the call out on the flank, and he knows that he just needs at least 1 more kill for these streaks, and he doesn't know if he's going to get pinched yet, but Vortex is going to call out that, hey, you know what, I'm going to be down, bottom tunnel. Well, my fault, sorry. Hockey's going to be saying he's down bottom tunnel, making sure he's clearing it out, watching Vortex's back. But look at the mini-map. Heretics dropping all the way back. You like the move?
I kind of understand what they're doing here. They're watching the long lines of sight because if he goes towards his bomb site, they got him trapped, right? They see it. They can send 1 player over towards A site. So I do kind of like the split here. I don't like giving up the whole site now that they've sent 1 player over, but I think this might actually be a good play from Epsilon, kind of fooling them into thinking they went
coming
over
out. Hockey, if he escapes, oh, wow, they actually let him get away. But Hockey drew a lot of attention over there towards that A bomb site, and now Vortex will be able to get oh, can he get the plant? Is the timing going to work out for him? Yes, he does, and he will escape. But I think that did give him the glide bomb, and you see him 25 points away. Yeah, just hide. So, yeah, you can get 25 points off of this glide bomb.
Can he catch him? Not able to catch him, just around the corner. Journey still.
Vortex sees him. But this bomb does need to be defused, and they're watching from mid-gate. It's going to be Hockey. They don't see Sukri. Sukri doesn't see him in the corner, but now he will. That's going to be an important kill. I don't think Sukri.
Oh, Hockey's got this.
Yeah,
Hockey's got this.
Sukri, I don't think he can clutch this one up. Yeah, Hockey. He closes it out. And you saw Vortex. He tried to play his life. He was 25 points away from his barrage, I believe, but almost 50 points away from being fully streaked out. Yeah. Just couldn't do it.
And I don't think that was a bad idea. He hugged the right corner, somewhere to hide and be able to call in that glide bomb, give you that information, and guarantee yourself that 2v2 win, as well as score streaks for future rounds. So that was definitely the right play call.
All right, but for the streak he did earn, he already used it. So now on the Epsilon side, it's Hockey who's on a 3 streak. But yeah, so okay, he's gonna be about halfway through. Now let's see what he can do. Bomb in the hand of Heretics, prioritizing B bomb site. First blood going in the hand of Epsilon. Vortex makes it on Lucky. So, main advantage. Let's see, how does Heretics want to adjust to this?
Yeah, going towards B site's looking more and more rough as every second passes. Yeah. Reedy running that clock down even lower. As you can see, he's able to find another kill. So it's a 4 versus 2 situation in Journey. Sukri, you got a lot of work to do with all these blue arrows surrounding you.
And, so in this one, Sukri, he's just looking for that angle. He's just trying to see if he can catch somebody off guard. This could be clutch for him if he gets Hockey He's crouching, does not want to be heard, but he misses those shots.
Oh, no.
And he's going to regress missing that first shot. And here comes the cleanup, and that's going to be another kill for Hawkeye as well. So he's going to be closer and closer to his tier 1 streak. And he just, you know, he got to be able to get that one.
Yeah, I mean, that's a rough moment because, I mean, it's 2 versus 4. The odds were still stacked against them anyway. But, you know, back when I played Parks and Rec basketball, we missed layups. We had to run laps. What do you think you got to do for
missing a kill like that?
Missing a shot like that.
You got to shoot 1,000 bots or something, right? That's at least what I'd do. Well, okay, not go overkill. We would at least say 100, you know? So,
oh, you're a tough coach.
Yeah, right. I coach myself.
Okay. You keep me on the bench all game. I couldn't even.
There we go. But Epsilon, they started to pull away with this one, folks, and actually they have pulled away with it, 5-2 on the scoreboard. And Heretics, they got off to a good start, but Epsilon, after they figured them out, they showed why they were in the Pro League. So,
yeah, I'm loving the slow, methodical play from them. They're kind of. It seems like they're just feeling out Heretics.
Quickly point out methods: 3 first bloods so far out of the last 7 rounds. We'll see if he can get another one in this round.
No blood drawn just yet, but Epsilon looking to take it real slow. Every round so far, it's been them just trying to take their time and let someone from Heretics poke out and make a mistake. So
he tried to be sneaky, but he did get another first blood, though. And he picked it up on Reedy. You're going to need him to do more of that throughout. But this is a must-win round for Heretics. And it's a 2v2. Now, all going to be up to Journey. Can he clutch up? The bomb is going to be taken by Epsilon. They're going to be taking it towards that A-bomb site. Hawkey's going to be planted. He's going to be prone down. Back train cars. Journey, make a shot in the side. He's going to actually spot Hawkeye. That's going to be a big kill. He knows the bomb is planted, so he knows where he needs to look. And can he connect? He gets the shots. He knows that Vortex is going to be weak, and he's going to try to cut him off on the back end. Does it work out in his favor? And no, it does not. Epsilon comes out on top, and they tie this series up 1-1.
And that really was just a pleasure to watch for Epsilon, watching them take their time, and you could just see the play slowly unfolding.
Yeah.
And Heretics let that happen, right? There wasn't really a moment where they caught on to what they were doing. There was that one play that I kind of questioned at first because it looked really sketchy.
Yeah.
We saw Vortex trapped with the bomb on B site. He sent Hawkeye all the way to the other side of the map. He finds a kill and comes right back to him. For them to then close out the round with score streaks, it was a great diversion. Sent everybody away from the B site. And there were so many plays like that throughout the game that I really enjoyed.
And then even after they got a play, you know, you saw so much attention being kind of focused on Vortex because they knew how close he was to those streaks. And then at that point, they didn't want to get caught off by him, you know, hiding in any like kind of cheeky angles and whatever and whatnot. And at that point, Hawkeye just played his position, statue, watched that bomb, kept the sight line while Vortex distracted the rest of them. And they picked up that round, a round in which that was probably the confidence killer on the Heretic side. But, hey, that was one that Epsilon needed in tying this series up 1-1. But we'll see what they can do in the CTF soon. Don't know what map it is yet, though.
Yeah, so getting to the CTF, I think this is another one of those game modes where there are a lot of game modes in the Pro League where we've seen Epsilon has been slacking quite a bit. But again, this is where getting those reps in with the Pro League teams could pay off in a big way. Those long respawn timers, you know, you need to have that synergy. You need to know how that map flow and map pressure and everything works. And I think that getting it in against teams like TK and Red Reserve and company is a great way to do it.
It definitely is. You know, when you have those type of talented teams to play against, especially on a consistent basis, you got to make the most out of those opportunities. And, you know, and I always talk a lot about, you know, how, you know, especially the practice in different regions can vary, you know, just based off the quality of teams. But the European region, they have a lot of talented teams. You know, we see Red Reserve and just how deadly they've been, you know. But, folks, that's going to be it for us for right now. But when we come back, we got Epsilon and Heretics going on CTF. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This CWL Champs 2018. We're in Columbus, Ohio, folks. I'm Blaze. This is Fox, and we got Heretics versus Epsilon on our hands. And as we just saw, Epsilon tying this series up 1-1 against Heretics, and we're about to go into Ardennes Forest, capture the flag. And with both these rosters, which team on paper do you think stacks up better on the CTF side?
See, I was really surprised in map 1 to see how strong Team Heretics was. I mean, they just straight muscled their way through Epsilon eventually in that map. They ended up playing the long game, but still, I have to side with Epsilon. They have the better, more consistent practice of being in the Pro League, and I just think that that's going to carry them further in this series. You can see it's going to be Ardennes Forest for the rest of it.
And, you know, you see Heretics and how they performed in that respawn game type. We'll see if in the next two, it was Sukri who was really just turning up. We'll see if they can do it on Ardennes Forest. But this is going to be, I think this is the game changer in this one. It's going to be who performs on this map the best. If Epsilon takes this one, I think they can definitely take this series. But if it goes Heretics' way, they're going to have a lot of good, solid opportunities as the series progresses through Ardennes Forest and going to that hard point as well to kind of close this one out.
Yeah, it definitely is a tough call. I mean, like we said, if you're just tuning in, the last time these guys played, Heretics was able to knock Epsilon out of the tournament. So far, both of them have been able to take a map off of each other in our opening match of CWL Champs for 2018. And Vortex is the player that I want to watch quite a bit in this CTF. In that last S&D, he was hot. In the hard point, he was definitely a threat, although not able to pull through for his team. So let's see how they do in this game mode.
And on my side, you know, my player for Epsilon is going to have to be Hockey that I want to see perform in this one. But you saw the 4 quick kills in succession, all players dropping. The quick flag pull coming out from Heretics. You're going to see Sukri pressed up, holding these players back. Dave has to make the play. Can he get in position? But he ain't lucky enough, folks. And that flag goes in. Heretics strikes first. That's one on the board, and they do it in under 36 seconds.
Yeah, just about 30 seconds. You see the first flag cap come in. Heretics, the players are still alive from that last flag run. They're hoping to continue to make a difference. Look at player number 6. Keep an eye on what Journey does on the mini-map because Dave is the one hunting him down right now. If he can stay alive, this could be a sneak pull. This could be some kind of a pinch. They have lots of different options. And there it is once again. Journey continuing to be a nuisance.
At that point, he gets called out, and he has to kind of switch up his route a little bit. You know, can't go through back bail like he wanted to. But Hawkeye, he finds a double. He's on a 3 streak. And now Journey looking to press through, but he gets called out. Methods, he's going to find Hawkeye. So he goes down, and now you just see the pressure kind of coming through. Epsilon really haven't had much of a good footing, you know, coming out of spawn, but now it's looking like they passed the halfway point of the map.
They stabilized a little bit here to where things were with Journey going 3-0. Sukri coming up off spawn and still doing some damage. They're still looking good right now. They got past the halfway point. They stopped anybody else from getting behind them, and it's really just a little bit of back and forth for map flow right now.
And that's going to be 2 kills going in favor of Heretics, and they're going to be pushing down no man's land in that open area of the map. But both of those players will fall, and Methods is going to be just left as the rest of his teammates spawn up, and he's going to be trying to lock down mid-map, going to find one, trying to look down Fire Alley and control this ruin side of the map. He's going to get a little bit of help as well. But both teams looking for that perfect angle, looking for that perfect lane to push through and slay out their opponents.
So as you saw right there, Reedy, the newest addition to this team, running the STG. This is the map where you want to see those AR players shine, really. Lots of long lines of sight, lots of places you can post up on and hold down an entire lane. Lucky showing you how it's done right there from the bridge. Easy base defense from a spot like that with a weapon such as the STG.
And Dave, he finds Methods. He's trying to get Sukri as well, but he cannot. And now a little bit of pressure coming from Heretics. They're going to start to push through. You saw number 1 was Hawkeye. He just slipped past and did not see Journey. And Journey makes it all the way to the back spawn. But with number 4 spawning out by Ruins, they're like, hold up, something's not right.
Yeah, this flag's going nowhere real fast. Journey should be taken down pretty quickly here, just as fast as Sukri gets shot in the back. This flag hasn't left the bunker area.
That's
he
a
gets
big
caught
kill.
sprinting. That's a big double kill, and that can't happen. 3 kills in a row in favor of Heretics.
No.
That flag is moving, Blaze.
The timing there was just all in favor of Heretics, and they put another one in on the board, folks. And when they go back and look at that one, they're going to see Journey and Hawkeye just pass each other through that back bill of Ruins, and how the timing was just so perfect in favor of Heretics. They put themselves in a power position. They slay out Epsilon one more time. And, folks, in the first half of this one, they're looking to run away with it and put a 3rd flag in once again. and I think they're going to be able to do it. And you saw Journey, he's going to kill his teammates, folks, because
streaks.
For streaks. He sees how close he is. He says, hey, let me just kill you, and I'll put this one in on the board and try to secure the glide bomb, and he's going to be 75 points away from getting that tier 2 streak as well.
Interestingly enough, in these maps, except for maybe in the S&D, I feel like I'm seeing a lot more polish out of Heretics. Just good fundamental play. I mean, I'm loving this. I'm loving their bait and switch. I'm loving their setup, their understanding of map flow, and how they need to move around one another. And it's showing in this CTF. They're already 3-0 in just 4 minutes. There's still 6 minutes of hell for Epsilon to sit through.
Ooh, if I'm Lightning Pandas, I got my eye on this matchup. I'm watching it like a hawk. And just trying to get as much info as I can. And Journey, he gets fully streaked out, folks. 49 seconds left, and it's just the first half. Can he get another one? He cannot. And they're just looking to run away with this one. Granted, Heretics is on a more preferred side for this CTF when it comes down to attacking the flag, just based off all the cover from Bunker. But still, being able to pull 3 flags away with this one in the first round is a nice, sizable lead. Going into round 2, Heretics, they're going to be happy with this one.
Oh, no doubt at all. So, Dave, running this flag over. There's no one home to stop him here. I believe he should be able to put it in, but there's still a flag on the opposite side, so it's not going to go home until it's returned. He's got some other players hovering around to try and help him, but with this having only 10 seconds left, I think we might go into the second half 3-0.
Yeah, that's going to be 2 quick kills from Journey and Suku. They had a fantastic push. I was going to say, did they want to pull that one? Yes, they do.
Oh,
they did pull it. That
it
was perfect because they pulled it because they said, hey, we just slayed up. He dived, landed on that flag at like 0.2 seconds. He put the clock into overtime, and now he's like, hell, I'll take it. I get a 5th flag cap on the board, folks. Diving, ducking, dodging, and he gets streaks as well.
Blaze, I got to stop doubting Heretics, man. Right there was no reason for that play to continue. I thought it was over. I thought it was going to be a stalemate going to second half 3-0. They're so explosive in the last 20 seconds of that round. Anyone would have counted them out right there.
Folks, that was just savagery. Savagery. They said, you know what? Nah, we just going to throw another one on the board, okay?
Yeah.
We about to whoop y'all. And they do that in such a good fashion. So a few of these players, and let's actually kind of scroll through the Heretic side. I just want to kind of see the streaks when we can. That's going to be a glide bomb almost to tier 2. Yep, that's going to be a tier 2 streak in his hand. So that's 2 gathered and 2 more close to being gathered from Sukari. We'll see if they can do it. He's sitting at 16-5, folks.
Blaze, we got a whole lot of sky on this map here. Whole lot of outdoors in the beautiful Ardennes Forest. When those streaks come down, it is a fireworks show.
Oh, no.
And look, Sukari in position. He's looking to add him up. Finally taken down. I wonder if they know how big of a kill that is that Reedy got.
That was actually huge. He was just 5 points away from getting that tier 2. So that should be able to stop some bleeding, but it's still a lot happening. And
This
it's still
is an open wound.
This is still an open wound. That's exactly what I was trying to say.
Vortex 3-13. I mean, Reedy 8-11. Everyone else around, close to even, but still, like when the result is 5 flag caps to the hand of Heretics, several of them in quick succession.
Yeah,
that can't happen.
And I think you kind of hit the nail on the head. They were in quick succession, right? Which is kind of hard to do on this map. And plus, you look at early on, Heretics, they scored their first flag in 36 seconds. It's already well past that point. Also, they had to force an overtime to get that 5th flag cap in. Epsilon, they're already behind in this round. And here comes the score streaks, but this is the most important flag. And if it's stopped, okay, Vortex. Oh my God, a nade came through. The glide bomb came through. The flag has not been put in. But number 8, can he get the kill in time? No, he cannot. So Epsilon does get one on the board, but they got a minute and 30 on the clock, and they need 4 more, Fox.
So you want to keep Reedy alive. Hopefully he can get to these score streaks. He's someone that's not going to play too selfishly, though. He's just going to try and hit the gas, get towards that flag. He knows that the clock is ticking, and they're still down by 4. But that still would be a potential win condition for them, is to have someone like him get those score streaks and give them a little bit of room for error, because that's what they need right now. There's a whole lot of it.
All right, Hawkey, can he get another one? That's going to be a good key kill. He's being super aggressive and trying to be annoying off the back end, trying to force some players back, hopefully get his teammates in better position. But you're going to see Epsilon actually get their flag pulled from under their noses and Reedy like like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I need to watch my 6 as well. But a few players, they do get the call out that they were able to retrieve that flag back, but Reedy's going to get cut down. And Heretics at this point, wouldn't you just kind of want to pull out the ARs and just kind of hold those 3 lanes and just get ready and just, just make a defensive stand against these guys, because the lead is so sizable and the amount of time that's left on the clock is so minimal.
And I mean, we've seen they can't get past Sukri and Lucky. You're seeing it right there again on the bunker. I say, yeah, play defensively till you get those kills, then move up if you feel like you need to, and try and close out the game with another cap. It really just seems like it's Sukri's world right now. 20.
I was just about to say, gotta give him mad respects. You see him; he's about to be positive 20 in this map number 3, and that's how you want to start champs, right? Because you got, like, champs is a 5-day journey, right? From the group stages to the actual champ bracket, where that you need to be building up momentum as you progress every single day, and you can't really kind of take a hit to that, early on.
You don't want to be Epsilon fresh out the Pro League getting beat by a team in the Spanish Pro League, right?
You don't, because it does a lot to your team's psyche, and that's so important in these pressure situations. Under 2 minutes left in this one, folks, and Epsilon down by 4 flag caps. This one is over. Can you agree, Fox?
Oh, absolutely. 1.5 minutes. It's looking real slow. Vortex is getting a flag to come home. He's also 8-18. Hasn't had a great game, and I don't think that we're going to see Sukri let up on the gas at all.
And you think about it. So we saw what the rest of the map cycle was, and it was all Arden's Forest. So does that kind of go in favor of Heretics? Just because the fact is that it looks like, even though the game type is different, if you are very good at the map, shouldn't you kind of be good at the rest of the game modes as well?
It doesn't tend to play out like that all the time, but I like what you're thinking, though. A little bit of psychological warfare, right? Just staying in the same area where you watch Sukri drop 30 kills on you.
Exactly. I'm frying on this map. I'm doing good, right? I'm dropping 30 kills. Of course, I'm going to drop 30 in a Hardpoint as well.
So let's get right back to it then,
right?
right?
Exactly, right? It's like a continuation. It's just new objectives.
And I think that one thing that's important to point out, like you said, they're getting right back onto another Arden Forest. In the Hardpoint, at least, they're still feeling confident from that map 1, right?
Yes.
They just took over once you got to that mid-game stage.
And Epsilon, they did find another flag cap, but they're still down by 3, and there's 30 seconds left in regulation. They're going to have to find ways to get this one overtime, but it can't happen. Maybe if the score count was 3-5, I can try to give you Epsilon fans a little bit of hope in this one, but folks, I can't do it for you. Can't lie to you guys like that. And 14 seconds left. Heretics is going to go up in this series. It's going to be 2-1. And you see the performances. Sukri, 31-9.
I'm pretty content.
The rest of the team is actually negative besides Lucky. I just want to point that one out.
Yeah, I'm pretty content with watching the Sukri show for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah,
whatever happens.
I think that's him yelling that we keep hearing too as well. Because every time I hear him get a double, he got somebody got something to say. Yeah, right?
You got to have something to say with a performance like that, dropping 30 kills, doubling anybody on his team, really just shoving anyone from Epsilon into the dirt, over snow, whatever. Arden Forest, they're about to be in that snow for another at least 10 minutes.
They really are.
Heretics hoping to make it less than that. Really, it's just been an awesome 2 respawn games from them in this series so far.
Like I said, he has to go in with the mentality that, all right, this is just a slight continuation of the map we already played. Just new objectives, all right? I'm already 31-9, single digits after that blowout in 10 minutes of play.
He's looking cozy in that winter weather.
Man, and every kill, he has something to say. So Epsilon, they're going to have to find a way to dig themselves out of that hole. But, Fox, if you're one of these players, how do you kind of bounce back from a loss like that? Any tips, anything that you would do?
It really is something you just got to take map by map. You got to understand the series isn't over. You can still very much win these last 2 maps. You got to reset, regain. You did not come out here to give up mentally in your first series, right? Take Arden Forest Hardpoint. Take Arden Forest Search and Destroy. Go into it with that positive attitude, remembering what you did 2 years ago in this same tournament setting.
Yeah.
And just come through and clean house.
And in my experience, I feel like you kind of got to have your IGL kind of take that role. If I was to get blown out like that, I'd be like, whoo, guys, we just got our butts kicked, and I didn't play well. All right, on to the next map, right?
Yeah.
Like, you kind of got to address the situation briefly in that moment, because if you don't, then whatever player who made bad plays or whatever negativity that you had in that map, you'll end up carrying it over to the next one. So your IGL, your team leader, just has to address it quickly. Like, yeah, we got a butt kick. Don't worry about it. We so in the map anyway. We'll go back and work on it later.
Yeah.
Let's focus up on the hard point and let's see if we can get it done. And with a veteran team such as Epsilon, I assume that they do have somebody on their team just like that.
Oh,
and they've had yeah, exactly.
Reedy's in their ear.
Yeah,
Reedy's in their ear right now for sure.
And they you think about the Pro League too, they got in their butts kicked a lot worse. You know what I'm saying? They've been in these positions before, so they know how to bounce back. And they're going to have to do it coming up soon on this Ardent Forest Hardpoint, folks, because this is a must-win match for Epsilon.
Oh, for sure. And getting into the Ardent Forest Hardpoint, I think for Epsilon, one thing that they are able to identify now is that Sucre is a threat. Respect the STG. You will be zoned. You need to do something about that. Maybe we see the submachine guns like Vortex try and apply a bit more pressure. You know, get that engagement counter up.
Yep.
Not so much in the death column, because we saw that ended up doing them in on CTF, but I think that them having a bit more synergy and being able to identify where he's at on the map could work out for them.
I definitely agree on that one. But also, too, if you think about it, yeah, you know, the Ardent Forest CTF was kind of a blowout at a certain point where you could even say with 2 minutes left in that one, you knew they were not winning. Even from that point, I'm either talking about the next map or I'm addressing what's happening in that one.
Yeah.
Using my time wisely. Because don't get me wrong, even as players, like we've seen, I'm pretty sure all those players have seen some crazy comebacks. But sometimes you just know when you're in a position that's unwinnable. You know what I'm saying? When it's just no coming back, especially if you're on the team and was trying to come back, because you know how the vibes are on that squad. And in this one, we're about to get it underway, folks. It's map number 4. Heretics leading the series 2-1. Ardent Forest Hardpoint. Fox, take us away.
Journey straight down the middle with a submachine gun. Expect him to run into some stuns and grenades here, but he does have Hunker. He'll be able to survive some of that. He's really just trying to get some distance on the map. Maybe get behind for a flank.
Now, folks at home and Fox, I got some interesting news in which I want to say because on how this group is stacking up. Now, I was going to say that even if Epsilon lost this one, they're going to have to need TK to really just have kind of a somewhat poor performance.
Yeah.
And currently, Lightning Pandas is up 2-1 against your Stage 2 champions in Team Caliber. So we'll bring you guys updates as we get them as well. But currently in this one, Epsilon, they get off to a hot start in this hard point. If they get off to a hot start in the first hard point as well, they're going to have to be consistent throughout this one.
Reedy looking to make a difference. Picking the submachine gun up off the ground. Should be able to do that, but Lucky catching the trade instantly. The scrap time will go to Heretics. Take a look at your minimap. We're moving down to the bottom of your minimap towards Ruin, and we have 2 Epsilon players set up. The spawn over towards Cabin on the opposite side. Heretics, all three of the players, coming from middle map and Ruins as well.
All right, this new hardpoint, like you said, just went over towards Ruins. And taking a look at the minimap, it seems like Epsilon is going to be in the most power positions with a good setup in Vortex. Clean flank through mid-map. Definitely needed. But here comes a nade off the top. That connects with, I think, at least 1 or 2 of them. But it does not matter because Heretics floods the Ruin kill. They get in it, and they're going to be locking it down from the top.
Brute force from Heretics. I think the team kill definitely helped them out a bit right there. Hawkey taking down Dave. Little slap in the back of the head, knocking him to the ground on respawn. But Heretics is set up right now, and Epsilon is spawning out further towards Cabin. And it looks like Sucre's not going
I was just about to say, you look at that kill feed. It's kind of almost the same performance. If you combine the last 2 maps together.
Sucre died yesterday. He is still playing the game.
He's currently 40-12 off the last map and now and on Ardent Forest so far. Probably going to just tally up his score. That way, we'll see if they go to the game 5 because I'll just tally up throughout the Ardent Forest on how well he is. I was going to say if Lightning Pandas was watching this match, but they actually can't watch this match because they're currently playing against TK, and they have their hands full, folks. But Methods, he's going to say, hey, let me pick up 2 quick kills. Glide bombs coming out. Vortex falls as well. And this bunker hill, full control over Heretics. And it does look like that confidence is transferring over.
Oh, man, it looks like the confidence is being drained and siphoned out of Epsilon into Heretics. Take a look at these players on the side of Heretics. Sucre finally falling. He's been alive for the past at least 2 or 3 minutes. And getting on this new hill, we're still seeing Heretics with a decent spawn for it. Epsilon attacking from the front. Last time, Heretics was able to brute force their way through the front. It looks like Epsilon's attempting the same thing, but I don't know how well it's going to work out for them.
All right. Lucky, he's going to find a player crossing a window, but Hawkey hits the dirt, finds 2, and that's what you wanted to see if you're an Epsilon fan. But look how much time is left on the hill.
Yeah.
And even if they got the spawns back bunker also, but a little bit too little, too late in those engagements. And now Hill's moving towards East Road. Currently, Heretics with control. And Fox, these are one of those hills. This is one of those hills where teams usually trade back and forth off the time. It's hard to get a good solid setup on it.
It's tough. You want to maintain that cabin area. You see player number 5, Journey. Keep an eye on him. He seems to be prioritizing that one a bit. The rest of his teammates spawning up on bridge. They want to try and spawn up towards that cabin alley. Epsilon still pouring in from bunker. And you can see Sukri taking complete control of it right there.
All right, now you're going to see he picked up another double, but Heretics picking up a lot of good time in on this one. Dave managing to beam Lucky from far, and he finds 2. Vortex finds another. Quick man advantage in favor of Epsilon, but the double kill comes out over the top of the tank, and Methods finds 2. Nobody from Epsilon able to get any time off this hill after after all those kills went their way. They're starting to think about this next hill, and rightfully so, because we're moving back on over towards Cave.
Seeing smokes come out again. Players from Epsilon able
Split
to cross
spawn
over if they like. And like you said, the split spawn. So we will have the players coming in from both sides. 2 different Heretics players pinching in. We'll see how Epsilon responds. Lucky's the last one alive from that wave of engagements. He's able to find a kill and stay alive and contest. Someone's got to respond to this. He's gotten way too much value out of his life alone.
Here you see the scoreboard. Heretics with a nice sizable lead. Close to the streak. This is big. Lucky to play his life. Does he use the glide bomb? Does he just look for the kill? But, you know, from the angle in which he's at, he has great sight lines. You know where all these members of Epsilon is spawning up, and as I say that, the split spawn comes through. You get 2 players spawning over there towards that cave side, but at this point, you need just 20 points left to get your fighter pilot. That's going to be huge for Lucky.
Lucky's sitting pretty.
Yeah.
Lucky's 20 points away from being fully streaked out. They're on the rotation. Someone's going to be looking for him, so that will be tough when he comes around the corner. We got 1 player on middle map. That's Vortex trying to cut people down. Journey makes quick work of him. Player number 7 as well is going to be coming around.
There you go. He got it.
Yep.
Because he just needed a good 20 points or so. So I kind of feel like Heretics let Epsilon a little bit kind of get set up on Ruins
to
give him an easy glide bomb kill to get that fighter pilot. So once you get that, you can easily go back in there and take over this hill and get a nice setup. Even though 3 quick kills came in favor of Epsilon, that barrage was forcing Epsilon to flow through mid-map. So you saw the members of Heretics just waiting, holding that sight line. They knew where they had to come from. But fighter pilot still in the hands of Lucky. We'll see when he decides to use it. But this is a 120-point lead in favor of Heretics, and they're running away with this one.
Oh man, Heretics really sinking their teeth in here. The glide bombs from Spain closing it out. Close to closing it out, 120-second lead, but it's looking more and more in their favor as every second passes.
Yes.
They're making it look easy. Journey, Sukri pouring on the shots from front bunker. And Epsilon, they're spawning way out in a different continent. Take a look at that bottom right corner. Epsilon is nowhere to be found.
They are nowhere. I don't even see them anymore. You know.
Oh, they're right there, Blaze.
You sure?
Yeah, they're pretty far away.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say I don't see them. I don't see them no more.
Oh no, they're gone again.
They're gone again.
Press the square to respawn here. Really, really struggling in this hard point, and Sukri's just not letting up. Look at this, man. Get him off this power position, somebody.
And his KD was about a 3.0 in map number 1, and in the previous map, it's about to be a 2.0 in this one. Here comes that fighter pilot. Lucky not able to get much, but he's already accomplished a lot in this series with this massive lead so far. And now Epsilon, this is where they have to dig deep on how important this is. With your backs against the wall and all the pressure on your shoulders.
They're just relentless.
You have to take it to another level. You have to just get to your breaking point and, you know, just go past your limits. But I don't know if they're going to be able to. Nah.
I think Heretics has just found Epsilon's limit. This is looking like the end of the map here. 25 seconds in the hard point separates Heretics from a win. This is one of the more easily contestable hills in terms of grenades, though. Very easy to nade. We saw Dave make quite a difference last time we were on this hill. He opens it up right here with the kill on Lucky. Let's see what Epsilon's able to do from there. Die. Got it. All right. Back to Heretics again.
If you're a fan of any of the other 2 teams in this group of Team Caliber or Lightning Pandas, this is one of those times where you let your boys know that, hey, don't take Heretics lightly, okay? Don't take them lightly going into this next one. You know, granted that Epsilon, they've had some struggles, and they've had some struggles for a while since making this team change. But still, you got to give them respect. And you know what? I want to just say that Heretics' victory is not credited to Epsilon's struggles. It's credited to Heretics' success.
Oh, for sure.
Because they have been just playing out of their minds in this one. And folks, as you said, Heretics wins their first maps of COD Champs 2018.